one of my top Afrobeat artists, along with many. Okay, Stonebwoy as well, and Sakodi. Don't get me going into my Afrobeat people, okay? But hello, MadHatters. It's your girl, Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murder, aka Co World. J. Cole, please don't sue me. Anyway. I am the creator of Are You Mod, the podcast for the people. Now, it is such a beautiful morning. I decided to come on and record. Not sure when you guys are going to get this, but you're going to get it. And it has been such an amazing last few weeks in regards to turning 40, the experiences, the connections, the reconnections, and the beautiful energy that has been bestowed upon me. I am genuinely grateful. It has been a very interesting time up until this point, and it's such a awesome relief when you know what God has, or when you know God has his hands on you. That's the best way to put it. When you know God has his hands on you, he continues to confirm it in different things, different areas in your life where it looks like it's an obvious no, but when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. So that's my spiritual tip for this week. And but also just getting back to the level of gratitude that I have in terms of those who are able to be a part of these past weeks with me. And I can only imagine the energy that was present, because it was all thanks, like gratitude, the grace, to be 40, it's definitely a privilege, right? A lot of people didn't make it to see this day or to see their day. So for that, I am grateful. And then to be in the position that I am in at this age is also another level of grace and gratitude that I can't even put my fingers on. But if you feel me, and if you know that God has had his hands on you and has held you during some times, and as long as you just kept that faith and just continue to believe and know that, you are a child of God, how your life just continuously is uplifted in its own way, in a personalized, customized way, designed for you, and only you know what that is. So for that, I want to say thank you, and for that, I just wanted to share that and to express that, because I actually do have a birthday vlog that I'm working on right now, so you all should be able to get that soon, in which I take you in a few of those moments, that I was able to share with my family. And close friends, loved ones in general. And yeah, that's basically it. And I wanted to also come on and do a mindful morning. I want to start doing mindful morning tips. I am generally a morning person, so I do love waking up and just having something to say to you, or some words of encouragement for you to keep going, because I know what it feels like. A lot of us, the messengers that are placed on this earth, have been through some trials and tough times, so that we can just relay it to the masses, right? Those who have been chosen to come forth with these messages, just to kind of continue to encourage each other. Like, listen, it's crazy out here. It looks crazy. Like, your world is probably like, WTF? But listen, whatever those spirituals that our grandmothers, great grandmothers, and our ancestors have spoke over our lives, and those protection and those prayers are not for nothing. Okay, so we have to continue as the generation, the younger generation, to keep to continue to believe in the word, or believe at least within yourself. You get what I mean? And I'm not talking about to be too vain, where you may be delusional, but more along the lines of just continuing to know, continuing to speak life over yourself, even when it looks bad, but know that, you're a child of God. My homegirl, we always have this favorite verse. He will never leave the righteous forsaken, nor his children begging for bread. Like, that's a very real thing. So these affirmations or scriptures, whatever you need to do for yourself, continue to do it and continue to remind yourself and then continue to uplift yourself. There was a beautiful woman today on my IG, because again, it's been on my mind for a few mornings to do mindful morning moments or mindful morning tips or just mindful morning something, because that's how we start our day. My auntie, love her, back home would always say, listen, before you even get out of your bed, say a prayer. Like, before your feet even touch the ground type energy. You understand? So I'm here to also share this with you all as well. That's why she told me, obviously, so that God knew why he chose her to tell me this, because he knew later on that I would be probably telling you all this too. Ding. Message. So that's that's a little bit of it. I don't have an agenda. I'm getting a little bit more. We're tightening things up a little bit around here, as you can see, and it seems to be something that we're going to continue to do, and you're only going to see the progress from this point on. All right. So again, I'm thankful for those of you who are still with us along this journey, for those of you who are sharing the message and getting your friends on board. We love and we appreciate you, and you're always welcome to be a part of the MadHatters. But as part of being a MadHatter, you also must be mindful. Okay. So because if you think about the clever rabbit from, what was that, Alice in Wonderland, or the Mad Hatter and the Tea Party, they were having their own personal jokes right at the table. From my recollection of Alice in Wonderland, they may have seemed mad to everyone else, but they had a communication, the Mad Hatter and the rabbit, that only those two understood. So my Mad Hatters, when I speak, you understand me, because as a Ghanaian American, by the way, I'm a Ghanaian American. I have to start saying that a little bit more earlier in my introduction. But as a Ghanaian American, we have a lot of the dialect, right, that comes with our customs and I don't want to say slang, but how we have a certain mannerism. So every now and then you may catch my accents come out, or I may say something within the West African pidgin tongue. So just catch on. It's contextual. It's one of those things that you can kind of get what I'm saying without having really understanding what I'm saying. You feel me? Thank you, MadHatters. So that's all. Oh, be sure whenever this airs, whenever you see this, it'll already be airing, but definitely make sure you go back, because the other day, literally, we just did a live After Dark with Mars Media and the True Players podcast. Shout out to Mars, Dom from the True Players podcast, Cal from Keeping Up with the Cal Joneses, and definitely the Short Man from the Off Punishment podcast. You want to check us all out there. We're having a blast. We're discussing at the time Lizzo, of the accusations that these two ladies had put forth out there, literally looking to tarnish this woman's reputation. And it didn't seem tasteful, in my opinion, watching it as a Black woman and seeing two Black women kind of slandered this icon, is what Short Man referred to Lizzo as. And I'm not too far from agreeing with him, actually, because she is definitely broke the barriers, for a lot of the thick girls out here. And me being a new member, part of the thick community, I'm not going to hold you. Lizzo and a few others have definitely inspired me to just say, you know what, F it. I am wearing that two-piece out in Miami. And, you're going to take a little bit of rolls, maybe one or two. But I love it, so who cares? Like, whatevs. You get what I mean? Like, whatevs. So shout out to Lizzo for for encouraging body positivity. We all can't be size 2, models. I mean, I used to be back in the day, but I don't want to be that person that's going back into their high school, yearbooks and telling you who I used to be. That's sounds like a little washed up, right? But I digress. So be sure to check out Lizzo. I think it's entitled Lizzo's in Trouble. And that's streaming on the Mars Media Network, I believe maybe True Players podcast as well. And you can also go to my YouTube channel and check out Nikki New Features, and you can see different episodes that I'm featured in, and specifically that one. So it is Thursday, the day before the weekend, and I hate to date this, but this is the day that I'm recording. recording, and it's a Thursday morning, and I wish you well. I wish you love and light. And for those of you who are approaching 40, continue to keep your head up high. Continue to breathe, continue to do your movements, and we'll be doing more movements together as I continue to get myself situated, okay? And we can move together, but continue to just be grateful for each day because, life, it's such a precious thing, especially when you lost a few loved ones. You really gain gratitude for each moment and how you spend it. So ensure that, checking in on your energy, checking in on those around you. If there's a level of comfort, then continue to see fit. And if not, move accordingly as you see fit as well. Very well. Do we get me? Are you getting me? Thank you. So until next time, are you on